Good morning and welcome to day 2 of 30-day booty. So today I'm going to show you an exercise that I'm going to do with the dumbbell, and I would consider that to be a level up in intensity. I think you probably know that the heavier the dumbbell you pick up, the more that's going to add intensity to this. This is an exercise that works quite well without added resistance as well. Today, we're going to target our glute medius, which is like the side of your butt. So you got your glute maximus, and then you got the medius. The medius is going to add stability to your hip and knee. It's also going to help aesthetically add a little bit of that roundness in that shape that you might be looking for. So if you would like to use a weight, you can hold 1 or 2. I'm going to hold 1. The advantage being that that lopsided load will also give me a little bit of extra abdominal work. So I'm going to start off holding this weight in my right hand, and I'm going to take a lunge over to the right, reach down toward the floor, and pull back up. So side lunge, reaching down and come back up. And if I were to show you sideways, you'll see that my hips are reaching back rather than my knees reaching forward. So just like with the squats, the knee bends, but it doesn't travel. So I'm going to do this 10 times. That's either 5 or 6. If I wanted to make that a little bit harder, I could balance as I come back and rise. And what I'm doing is I'm using that glute medius there to decelerate and then to accelerate back up. 9 and 10. Lots of good abdominal work as well. I'm going to switch right over to the other side, doing a side lunge and up. Good. So as I like to say, as long as your kneecap and your toes agree about the direction they're turning, you can turn out a little bit. I like to keep a little bit more of a parallel stance so that I will get that work in the back pocket. I'm going to do 3 more there. And here's 8. I think. My counting is never going to be quite right. Good job. So I'm going to bring the weight back to my right hand, and I'm going to still continue to get that glute medius, a little bit of glute minimus. So I'm going to take my right leg. I'm going to curtsey behind, and while I'm there, I'm going to watch and make sure that my left knee stays over my shoelaces. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to kick that leg off to the side. Now scoot back so you can see what that looks like. Little curtsey, and then I'm going to push that leg out. And as I do push that leg out, I'm not going to point my toe up to the ceiling, but I'm going to point it down toward the floor so that I can keep that work exactly where I want it in that side butt. Good for lateral stability, good for knee strengthening, good for getting that extra little roundness on the side of the cheeks. And I'm going to do that 3 more, total of 10 times. If you're counting, I would recommend that you do. Try to keep yourself pretty symmetrical. And again, you can do this without a weight. I just know I'm ready to add a little bit today. Looking for a little bit of intensity. But you know what you need. I'm moving through that knee joint because I can get that extra little bit of developpe there. It helps me lift my leg just a little higher. But if you swept that leg out, that's okay too. 9 and 10. Good work. So now I'm going to put my weight down, and I'm going to give us a power move. So we're going to do some skaters. So I'm going to start over here to the left a little bit, and I'm going to push and cross back. I'm going to tap that left foot down, and I'm going to push and cross. And we want to try to get some explosive power, a little moment where we're off of the ground. And maybe that won't work for you, but if it will, do it. Try to come up in between, which adds intensity. It adds core work. It makes the work just a little bit more effective. I'm gonna do 20 of these total. So probably about 8 more. Explosive power from that glute medius. Very nice. And then just for good measure, I'm gonna keep both feet on the ground. I'm gonna do 10 body weight squats, as low as I feel like going. You don't have to go super deep on these. I'd rather have you come back tomorrow. I'm just taking a little extra range of motion, and I'm using this time to let my heart rate drop down from that anaerobic ice skater set. Hopefully you felt something today. We'll feel it again tomorrow. I'll see you then.